welcome back to another Bit Legends video. Today you are joining me right after the weekend patch. So this was a quick one. This follows the addition of the tower mode and all the other changes that we got with that. In this patch, what I'm going to talk about is the additional upgrades, and then we'll talk about the autopilot feature, and that should grab all the important points. Oh, and Guild Boss too. But the Guild Boss will be in a separate video. I'll actually run through Guild Boss 5. But anywho, here we go. So in the patch, they have made it so that you can upgrade Guild Boss set pieces from +4 to +5 and 6, as well as Guild Boss 5 mythic items, as well as Raid 9 set pieces, as well as, I could have said that much clearer way, but as well as a Thunder Fury and the axe, so the Transcendent weapons. But the Transcendent weapons go up to +8, so everything else, Guild Boss set, mythic from Guild Boss 5 and Raid 9 set pieces, they all go up to +6. Transcendent weapons go up to +8, and we'll be showing you some of that. So first things first, I do want you to take a look at the cost here. This is fairly what I was expecting on Thunder Fury. Diver does have the cost of doing the axe, and he'll post that in the Discord most likely. But I forget what I think it costs 300 total nuggets to craft Thunder Fury, and then it was like 120 more to upgrade it all the way. I forget. I've got the numbers somewhere. They're probably also posted in the archives channel in the Discord. But this is fairly what I was expecting. 3 million gold, that's not horrible. 160 nuggets is definitely more than it's probably worth. But again, in Thunder Fury, we're gonna do it. So there we go. You see how much stats we got? There you go. All right, pretty cool. And then we're going to go up one more time. 200 nuggets. We got more stats. And then now you will see that I need the left piece. I need the left piece to get it to 7. I need the right piece to get it to 8. So pros and cons here. The good side of using these materials is that, man, that's a lot of nuggets. The good side of using the materials is that as of not too long ago, Thunder Fury was not a very highly sought after weapon. You might have thought it was because it was one of the first Transcendent weapons, and there's a lot of early adopters that want to jump out there and grab Thunder Fury. But all in all, it's not that exciting of a weapon. However, when you think about the new Transcendent axe, the woe, how expensive that one is, that makes this one feel not so expensive. So I feel more players have had a little bit more interest in this item. I will say for DPS players, really look at the skills and see if that fits your play style. A lot of players that use full launch with this are not super happy with it, but I haven't heard a lot of feedback since they've changed the attacks a little bit. So I think it's probably better now for DPSs than it was, and everybody's thinking about tower where you're fighting enemies in packs of 5, so the attack all skills actually might be kind of good. So maybe this deserves a second look for DPS players that don't want to do the axe of woe. But the downside of using these materials is now guilds will have to choose. Guilds will have to choose. Do you want to give multiple people Thunder Furies, or do you want the people that have Thunder Furies to be able to upgrade +7, +8? So it's nice that the pieces are meaningful. They're not just trash drops. You're like, oh, another Thunder Fury piece. No one wants Thunder Fury. It's a dead drop. That's no longer the case, so that's kind of good. But again, it's kind of bad because you got to choose. Do you want to give more people Thunder Furies? Or do you want the people that have Thunder Furies to upgrade it? And guess what? It's the same for the Axe of Woe. Now, both of these things could change. I'm not saying they will, but they could change. So stay tuned for that. I'll let them explain their own updates when that happens. But as always, give your feedback. Hey, this is a good idea. Hey, this is not a good idea. Here's why. Don't just yell at people in Discord. Just actually make a thoughtful post, and it will be read because they do read the feedback. But let them know what you think about this. I'm on the fence. We went from literally no one in my guild wanting Thunder Fury, and the only reason that I got it is because no one else wanted it. And I said, okay, fine, I'll dive on this grenade, whatever. And I'm okay with it. I feel like it was worth the effort. And then we went recently, before Destiny came out, every tank in the guild wanted to do Thunder Fury. They're like, hey, all right, yeah, let's do it. Maybe they got a bunch of stockpiled materials and whatnot. But anyways, there you go. So we'll decide what I'm leaning towards in Unity. I'll do it again based on how the players feel, and I'll talk to the tanks. We have our separate tank chat. I'm completely okay with letting other people get Thunder Fury instead of being like, no, I need to upgrade mine all the way. I'm a tank. I don't really need the stats. I mean, it's nice, but it's whatever. Now, the one thing I want to tell you though is, and this applies to all of these items, is we're going to go to the refine NPC, if I can click through all these things, and I want you guys to be aware that, do you see Thunder Fury here? No, you don't. Do you see my guild boss items that are all +4? No, you don't. So you cannot refine these items, that is Transcendent weapons, guild boss set, guild boss 5 mythics, raid 9 set. You can't refine these items until they're +6. This, now, cool your jets for a second. This could actually be a bug. This patch came very quick, and there could be some oversights and whatnot. And I never want to get a mob ready to go and do mob things. Let's be cool for a second. It could be a bug. I will always give these devs the benefit of the doubt. They have treated us very, very well as far as devs go. But for right now, you cannot refine them until they're +6. So just breathe that in. Could be intentional, could be a bug. Even if it is intentional, based on player feedback, they might go back on that. But we'll see. It could just be a bug. Let's all be chill. But a little PSA. Number 2. Let's get out of there. Let's go and look at this. This is a +4 guild boss set piece. +4, and it is refined to 15. Right? It's refined to 15. Now, if we go to change, and we go here, and we go to upgrade, it cost 75 nuggets to make this +5. Keep in mind, to go from 0 to +4, I believe cost 70 nuggets total. To go from 0 to +4, 70 nuggets total. Now they want more than the cost of going from 0 to 4 to +5 this thing. And how much stats do you get when you +5? You get 100 stats. You get 100. What? I'm going to assume that +6 is also going to give 100, because the upgrade amount usually stays, I think it always stays the same. So if you +5 it, you get 100. If you +6 it, you get another 100. Or, I mean, the range is 100 to 109. You guys can see the screen. And I don't know the cost of nuggets to +5 it, but typically the upgrade costs increase as the upgrades increase. So it might actually be 100 nuggets to +6 this thing. So it might be it's 75 to +5 it. It might be 100, or just any number that's above 75 to +6 this thing. Please, by the good graces of all things that are gacha games, let that be a typo, because that is obscene. What it had the potential to be a moderate fix to the Destiny situation is going to give the player base the impression that this is a cash grab. I know how people react. For me, personally, my reaction is I'm just not going to upgrade it. Why would I bother spending 75 nuggets, possibly 150 or 200 nuggets, to put 200 more total stats on this item, when that will still let it be less than the amount of total stats I can get from a Destiny item from the raid box from raid 9. Even if I make this thing +6, it will still have a lot less stats than something you can get out of a box from doing raids. And I knew that coming into it. I assumed it was going to be +200. I knew that before the patch happened. And if the upgrade costs weren't bad, it wouldn't be a problem, because the intention is that Destiny will take over, and they're trying to make players, they don't want players' gear to be outdated so quickly, but the ultimate plan is that Destiny gear will eclipse everything else, except for Transcendent weapons now. And that's okay. It's okay. New gear comes, that's okay. That's kind of how we roll. It's just the rate at which gear becomes obsolete. That was the problem. And slapping on 200 extra total stats on all these pieces, it kind of fixes it. It really kind of does. But I knew the little crooks, I don't know what word I'm looking for, but the devil's in the details. It all depends on how they did it. And the cost here, it doesn't make any sense. It's horrible. I don't know. What was the +4 nugget cost? Because if it was 70 total, was +4 like 30 or something? So this one could be like 40 and the next one could be 50. That's still a pretty steep nugget cost. So you're still getting that. But 75, I can only assume the next one's going to be like 85 to 100. So my personal advice is for no one to +6 these. Hope it changes. Give feedback, and again, don't just go on Discord and start yelling at people. Give good input. Good input gets read. People yelling just gets ignored. So just say, hey, this doesn't make any sense. Why would I spend 150 plus nuggets for this item to still be inferior to items I can get out of Raid Box 9? Doesn't make any sense. Just mathematically, that's just a foolish situation. Why would you do that when you could just do more raids, do more tower, and just use some random item from there? So, and then the other thing is, it may very well be a bug that you can't refine these items anymore until they're +6. So, it was a quick patch. They were rushing to make some fixes to keep the players, from freaking out too much. Oh my goodness, I had top tier gear and now it's garbage. They don't want people freaking out and running around like that. But I gotta say they can do better than that. I'm disappointed. Also, you will notice that I do have enough nuggets to +7 my Thunder Fury if I ever get the extra piece. But you can only assume that I'm going to run out of nuggets to upgrade the +8. And if I wanted to upgrade all my set pieces, I actually wouldn't have enough nuggets. So, whatever, fellas. I don't know. If the costs are reasonable, my plan was to +6 all the stuff and then upgrade my Thunder Fury as far as I can go, because I still like the 5-piece bonus on the Defender stuff. I still think that's awesome. As a tank, your job is to support your team and do all those team things so your DPS can pop off like madman, like they are. And that's my way of rewarding the DPS people on my friends list in my guild for just going above and beyond and making ridiculous builds. I've got guys that are doing tower level 50, tower level 60. They've got the new Destiny pieces. They've refined the stuff +15 or beyond. You've got players in this game going hard. You got players in this game doing awesome things, and I want them to feel good about it. And I want them to get a bunch of SP and whatnot, and that's just how the party rolls. But I don't need total stats to give people SP. So, whatever. I gave input. I did what I could do. Like I said before, I think all the things can be fixed. All these issues that we talk about can be fixed. I will do some Guild Boss tonight. I'm going to show it in a separate video because I've been rambling here for a while. Let's get through that. I am going to... I'm missing one of these things. I got to go buy new... Got to buy new green boost. But we're going to finish this off. I'll jump into a raid. I should have been raiding the entire time. Let's just get 15 of each. But anyways, yeah, should have been raiding the entire time to give you guys something to stare at. But if you're like me, you're probably staring at your own account and just listening to my voice, and you're just like, what am I doing here? What are we doing, fellas? But anyways, let's jump into raid. Let's see if the combat speed increase is increased. And let me check time real quick. 50 minutes, yeah. I probably won't finish the raid, but I just want to give a little taste of what it's looking like. And then in a separate video, I will do Guild Boss 5. I pretty much done all the ranting I need to rant. The stamina's a little bit low. Are you wearing the pet? No, you're not. That's actually going to be a bad time. Are you wearing it? Yes, you are. Is it different wearing it? Vestier's probably wearing the offensive pet because we are going to do offensive things soon. It is time. Sempak, another one of our DPS boys, doing amazing. Hey, Zally gets to get on the raid team. That's nice. But anyways, we're going to go do Guild Boss 5 tonight if I can get all the boys wearing their DPS pets. And we're going to check it out. So all the guild bosses have had their hit points nerfed by 40%. They will enrage at attack number 15 instead of 25. And I think that's it. I think you have the same number of weekly attacks. But guild bosses will give, 50,000 gold? And I'll have a gold find boost on, so we'll see if that is boosted. So I think those changes are good. I'm not losing faith. I'm just, it's been a rough week. It's been a rough week for the game. And there you go. Other stuff, though. Is this any faster? I can't tell if it's any faster if my DPS boys are just popping off and just going ham on everything. But anyways, yeah. So I'll do a couple more trash and then we'll sign off this vid and then I'll start doing the Guild Boss 5. But I mentioned in other videos, I might actually post this one out of order a little bit early because I like to get content that is time sensitive out there a little bit faster. But updates from me. So I kind of leaked it in the previous video that I am been working on game dev. I'm learning the ropes, learning coding, et cetera, and I've been doing some art, and you guys have seen a little bit of that. But I'm having a lot of fun with it. I've been procrastinating a little bit more than I need to, and I've been spending a lot of time on the videos because you guys know I've been flooding the channel, and I've been spending a lot of time just handling things. Each week brings a new challenge. So we had a couple weeks where I was doing Discord stuff and getting that settled. I think Discord's in a super strong spot that I don't really need to worry about it anymore. As far as the Unity Alliance, everything's good. I don't know how much I did, but super lucky to rotate people in place that have a lot of experience leading guilds and stuff like that. So the Alliance basically takes care of itself. And at this point, I'm just signing off on stuff, which is not necessary. These boys know what they're doing. And then as far as Unity itself, so I give you guys the inside scoop the longer you watch the videos. I'm going to give it all at the end of the video. But Unity's in a really great spot. Everybody has done a really great job. I'm very fortunate that the guild itself is basically like a council of itself. You know, yeah, I might be the one driving the bus, but in reality, most of the time it's just like, hey, this is what's going down. Here's the info I have. Everybody, let's talk about it. And then, you know, the smart people prevail and we do the thing. But Unity's in a really good spot, and I never intended to lead Unity forever. I never intended to kind of build this Discord or do another Discord for a game, and I never intended to run an alliance. And all those things are really self-sufficient, you know. I had to read this leadership book for a thing I did a long time ago, and they're talking about like 5-star leaders or level 5 leaders or whatever. And the one thing that I kind of took away from it is if you do leadership well, when you build whatever you're building, if you were to be gone, would whatever you're building, would it collapse and crumble around you? Because some leaders do that intentionally. They're like, all right, if I'm out of here, I want the whole thing to burn down. But if you do it well, if you lead well, whenever you step down, does whatever you built go beyond where you were? Does it, you know, take care of itself? Does it keep going? And I think all those things are definitely in that spot. Discord doesn't need my help. The Alliance doesn't need my help. Unity, good to go. Now, I am not saying that I'm quitting any of these things, but there may be a time where I'm not the one in the driver's seat anymore. So yeah, that's pretty much it. That is pretty much it. So stay tuned for future updates. As far as the YouTube channel, I do intend on doing daily PvP videos. I've been having a ton of fun in Guardian Tales, and I need to make those. I know how I like to ramble, but I do want to make those videos a little shorter, quick to the point, kind of jump on. Hey, day whatever it is, PvP, jump in, bump, 5 minutes, wrap it up, 10 minutes probably, knowing me. And then as far as Bit Legends videos, I think I'm just going to pop on and cover stuff when it's topical. So like, okay, a patch comes out, I'll cover stuff the day after, get that video up as soon as I can, cover new content, explain things that need explaining. And that's pretty much it. I've gotten to the point in Tower pretty much where I want to get. Again, this video might be uploaded before the Tower videos, but I am super, super close to level 50, which was the arbitrary goal I've set for myself. So I don't think I need to bore you guys with more Tower videos. So, gotta say, there's some issues in the game. I think they can all be fixed with good feedback and good dev interaction. And then as far as everything else I got my hands in, everything else is in a really good shape, I gotta say. So, I think I'm gonna start taking my hands out of those cookie jars and start putting the majority of my time into game development. Art, coding, planning, design, etc. That's basically what I've been doing all the time. Since I can't travel right now and I'm stuck in one spot that does have an internet connection, we're completely changing gears. So 2020 has been quite interesting. And of course, my YouTube channel will still be alive. We'll still do stuff. So don't you worry about that. If anything, maybe less videos might actually be good for us. But that is the wrap of the raid. GG, boys. I think it's a little bit faster. Anyways, as always, I appreciate you guys for watching. Catch me in the new Guild Boss video. Let's see how the changes are. One of our boys ran Guild Boss and he froze immediately. So if you don't see a Guild Boss video from me, it's because all the people told me not to run Guild Boss. So we'll check that out. As always, I appreciate you guys so much. And I will catch you in the next video.